Good evening, short story writers, and I hope participants in NaNoWriMo. This is a video number. Stabilizes is jumping around like one of those shaky camera crime series things that were popular, possibly still are. I don't know. Don't have a TV. Yes, NaNoWriMo, and I'm going to encourage you to participate by writing a series of short stories, which I'll go into tomorrow. Did talk about Mr. Nabokov having done this, and I'm sure he's not the first. No, he's not by any means. So, the tool which will enable you to write a lot faster. By write, I mean do your output. Now, you can, if you want, aim for the almost 2,000 words daily necessary to produce 50,000 words in 1 month. You can aim higher, you can aim a bit lower. It's entirely up to you. I suggest that you do decide what your word count is going to be every day. And you should push yourself. If you think you're capable of doing, say, 500 words, aim for 600 or 700, and then, it's the old thing about aiming for the stars and landing on the moon. Aim for the moon and you'll hit the treetops. Aim for the treetops and you're probably going to hit the ground, because that's how arrows go. How humans are as well. So there is that. Now, the tool I'm talking about is, if you have Google Drive, then you have access to Google Docs, and you can find on the left hand side, if you're using a laptop, there is I think they call it voice typing now, but it's basically dictate, and it's actually pretty accurate. You do need to speak relatively slowly with spaces between the words, but hey, it gives you time to think about what you're going to do next. I do suggest that you use a phone on record at the same time, just in case it slips up. But I've got to say, it's astonishingly accurate, and you can put in some really strange words. Occasionally, it can't cope with some things you say, and it'll take guesses, but I don't know whether the AI is improving or what. I've noticed I've been, in the past, using it thinking, oh, it's, is it not a homonym, homophone, words which sound the same, like there, you've got THEY apostrophe RE, THEIR, and THERE, and it'll put one in, and I think I'll need to go back and correct that, and lo and behold, it's guessed from the context what it is. I've said it corrects itself. I'm thinking, whoa, this is pretty amazing. So, when robots do eventually come out, I think their ability to recognize what it is we're saying is going to be astonishingly good. But the point I'm making is that is the tool I was talking about. If you've got a phone backup, then just in case you read back and think, what? Did I really say that? You can go back to your recording at the appropriate place and say, no, it was this word, just in case it just goes a little bit wild. However, the point I'm making is that I think most people speak around 100 to 110 words per minute. If you're going at a relatively slower pace to help the dictation, then that means it will take you 10 minutes to speak 900 words. And if your goal is to speak or to write 1,800 words, or however many it is, let's say 2,000 words, okay, which will produce in 30 days a 60,000 word piece of work, then that means something in America, doesn't it? Opus. Let's use the word opus instead. Yeah, piece of work. I don't understand how that can be an insult, but apparently it is. Oh, we do have a nasty piece of work. Yeah. Sorry, I'm digressing. So, yeah, that would take you 90 words a minute. It's going to take you about 25 minutes to do the writing. That's not bad. If you write it out with a pencil and paper, or a pen and paper, or a quill, or whatever it is you wish to use, then it's going to take you a lot longer, and typing is going to be a lot longer as well if you're as slow as I am. I think I do about 20 words a minute. But 90 words a minute, if you're speaking that fast, you can knock that NaNoWriMo thing out very, very easily. Okay, I hope you're thinking about what it is you're going to write about. Like I said, I suggest a series of connected short stories. We can go into that, but you will want to possibly go back over the last 3 or 4, I think I've been doing this for about 5 months now, the ideas which you come up and see if you could find some things which would connect. And I'll make a list of some things which are like episodic novels, and not surprisingly, some of them have ended up as films. Okay, 6 minutes and 21. We'll talk some more about this tomorrow when I talk about Mr. Nabokov and episodic novels. Happy writing, and as usual, if you find this useful, you can go and tickle that little like button. If you didn't find it useful and you think it was pointless and hopeless and terrible, then you can tickle the downward pointing thumb.